Yeah, so I'm Udo Dirkschneider, the singer of UDO and Dirkschneider, of course. And so we're looking forward to come straight to Australia. I mean, not under UDO, but we're coming under Dirkschneider and we play, let's say only accept songs. And I'm really looking forward to this.
Beautiful, mate. We're looking forward to having you, and thanks for joining us this evening.
Yeah, no problem.
So as you mentioned, mate, when you come out here, you'll be playing
April the 6th in Sydney and April the 8th in Melbourne.
for the first time ever in this country. You're going to be performing an entire set of accept songs, mate. So why is now the right time for you to be doing it in Australia?
Yeah, don't ask me. I mean, we tried it many times, and it was sometimes very close to come. And but I don't know, it was never happened. So now I'm really looking forward. After I don't know over 40 years, for me personally, come now to Australia and perform there. And hopefully, I mean, a lot of people show up, and maybe. I hope we can open up a new market for us, and then maybe we can do some more shows in Australia.
Yeah, cool. So aside from the obvious, mate, like we all know you're going to be playing accept songs, but what can fans expect from the show?
What can expect from the show? I mean, what you said already, accept songs. So we try to make a good mix up with all the classic accept songs, definitely. So we play songs from I'm a Rebel, from album, from Restless and Wild, Ball to the Wall, Metal Heart, Russian Roulette, so that means there will be a hit parade in a way. And that's a lot of people ask me why you're not coming under UDO, but yes, of course, maybe the next time. But the promoters was asking when we get in contact, or my management get in contact with them. They asked, can Udo not come under Dirkschneider and play only accept songs for the first time? We want to hear the original voice. For me, it's not a problem to do this. I mean, I did a really long 3-year tour with Dirkschneider here in Europe, and I mean, it was quite successful. We only played accept songs. But, I mean, that's a good thing. I can make UDO and I can make Dirkschneider with accept songs. So that's perfect. I mean, in the end, it's always like give the people what they want.
Yeah, exactly. And your band also features original accept bass player Peter Bolches, mate. So that must make
Yes.
having him in the band.
Yeah, let's say we will see if he will be a constantly member of the band. But at the moment, he's helping us out. We had a problem with our original bass player, Thielen. He had a serious health problem. And then for some reason, he said, no, I quit the band and blah, blah, blah. Don't ask me what was going on in his head, but okay. If he thinks it is like it is, then okay. But now Peter is helping us out. Maybe, I don't know, but we will see. Maybe he's joining the band, But I think, look, not so bad.
That's good. So let's go back in history a little bit, mate. Like yourself, Wolf, and Peter started Accept back in 1976. So what was the musical climate like that gave birth to the band, and where did you fit in back then?
Let's say Accept was already started in 68, and so, I mean, there was no Peter Balders, no Wolf Hoffmann, no Stefan Kaufmann, all that stuff, And the lineup, what everybody knows under Accept is what happened in 76. And so then we start working on the first album, was quite successful here in Europe and also especially in Germany. Yeah, and then continue. We was working, find our own direction. I think we found the direction with Accept that was on the Breaker album. That was the sound of Accept. Yeah, and then with the Breaker album, everything was like getting really successful here in Europe. We did a huge European tour with Judas Priest in 81. And then Restless and Wild came up. And and then the really worldwide breakthrough was definitely Ball to the Wall, I mean, and then Metal Heart, Russian Roulette came. And then the band decided to be more commercial for the American market. And in a way, let's say the only thing, is history, but they throw me out of my own band. And but for me, in a way, let's say in this way, I mean, for me, it was like easy to do UDO, you know. I mean, we started with the Animal House album. We did American tour with Guns N' Roses, Lita Ford. I did a tour in Europe with Ozzy Osbourne. I mean, for me, everything was going on very quick, you know. So, yeah, and what can I say? That's in a way the short history, you know. Okay, the only thing what I'm not really happy is, let's say, I don't want to make any really bad things, but you know, I mean, Wolf Hoffman was stealing my name, you know, except that was not his name, it's my name. So that's the only bad thing about everything. But I mean, in the meanwhile, let's say always don't look back, always look forward.
Very smart, man. And you just mentioned all
That's the thing.
I mentioned all those good things that happened with the band, but at what point did you sort of sit back and look and go, wow, we've got something really cool here? Like Accept it's the shit.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? I mean, when I started making music, you know, I didn't expect that I did this. Still now I'm getting 71, you know, on the 6th of April in Sydney, by the way, on stage. And didn't expect that I'm still in this business and doing this, you know, but I'm still enjoying everything. Everything is fine. I have a really good band with me. And yeah, still, we just finished a new UDO album, you know, it's coming out in August. And so everything keeps going on, and everything looks very, very good for us, you know. And for me, the most important thing is I'm still having fun to do this. And that's the most important thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And you left the band in 1987 and came back in the early 1990s. So did you consider that two different periods of Accept music, like the first part, the second part, or is it just a continuing chapter?
Yes, you know, sometimes, you know, sometimes I think, okay, maybe it was not the right decision to do a reunion, but I mean, I was, let's say, quite successful with UDO at this time. But anyway, I mean, I think Objection Overruled was definitely a really good Accept album, you know. But then the whole story starts again in a way with Death Row. Wolf doesn't want to have a second guitar player. And with Predator, there was also something, the whole story starts again, you know. And then I said, okay, after Predator, sorry guys, but it doesn't work. And then, yeah, and then I started UDO again. And then we did not a really reunion, but we did in 2005 then a festival tour in Europe. Also, I think we was also in Japan. Yeah, in Japan. And that was quite successful, but it was in a way a lot of fun. But it was not the point to say, okay, guys, now we do a reunion again, you know. For me, it was like, okay, we had a lot of fun, but then I had already a tour going on with UDO after this, and I said, okay, thank you very much. But that was it.
Yeah.
So that's the story.
That's the story. So Accept means a lot of different things to a lot of different people around the world, mate. But in your eyes, what impact did Accept have on the world music scene?
I think what I know is that we inspired a lot of musicians, you know. I mean, I know that from Metallica. I know that from I don't know. I mean, I'm a really good friend with Mick Mars of Motley Crue. He said, "Wow, when I heard Accept the first time, that was it." Tommy Lee, the drummer of Motley Crue. I mean, I think also definitely we was inspired a lot of German bands like Halloween, you know. Kai Hansen, for example, was a huge Accept fan, and it still is. And yeah, Running Wild, I don't know, Rage, and all these bands in Germany. Also, like from Sweden, Hammerfall, Sabaton, you know, they're like, wow, that was Accept. And so that means for me that we was inspired a lot of musicians, you know. And yeah, that means in a way you can say it makes you proud that you did something in this business, you know. And yeah, what can I say? It's a good thing, and I'm really proud of it.
Very good, mate. All right. Well, you will be here April the 6th in Sydney and in Melbourne on April the 8th, performing a set completely of Accept songs. There's still a few tickets left
Yes.
at Hardline Media if you want to get some, but In the meantime, brother, thanks very much for your time and enjoy your trip to Australia.
Okay, thank you very much.